Does your dropshipping store rank well on Google? You think that you're pretty good at SEO, huh? None of that is going to matter anymore pretty soon. Listen up, because the new frontier has arrived, and what you're used to doing to make Google happy, it needs a serious upgrade at this point. We need to make OpenAI and Perplexity's upcoming AI browsers, we need to make them happy too. That's right, OpenAI, the makers of ChatGPT, and Perplexity are both coming out with their own web browsers, and neither of them cares what Google thinks about your store or your products. And this is going to change absolutely everything and how people find your stores. There's going to be no more search bars, no more blue links, just straightforward answers. Comet is Perplexity's new AI browser, which is already available for some users. And Aura is a brand new browser being built by OpenAI, the same people behind ChatGPT. But they're nothing like Google Chrome or, let's say, Apple's Safari. Aura, for example, has an AI agent built in called Operator that can browse websites, fill out forms, even make reservations for you, and even order stuff for you. So instead of users Googling, clicking through links, and then maybe eventually finding your store, they're just going to ask the browser to find the best product, and boom, that's pretty much it. If that's not you, then you're losing sales and missing out on profits. Here's why this matters for dropshippers. A huge chunk of us, we rely on Google SEO. You write your product descriptions with keywords, optimize your page titles, maybe even run a blog with traffic driving articles. But if the browser itself just completely skips searching and gives people a product answer, then that whole strategy, it goes out the window. Not to mention that neither of these new browsers will be relying on Google's search index. Perplexity has its own search index, and ChatGPT, it relies heavily on Bing, at least for now. Now, imagine spending months, and I mean months or even years, ranking your product on page 1 of Google, only for ChatGPT to say, here's the best one, and link to someone else. Maybe even straight to Amazon, or who knows, even Temu. That's the game that we're about to be in. Winner takes all. So who wins here? Really, it's going to be big brands with strong reputations, sellers with the cleanest, most AI-friendly product data, and people who aren't putting all of their SEO eggs into just one basket. And you know who loses? Stores with very basic and generic keyword stuffed pages, dropshippers who haven't adapted their strategy in like 5 years. But there is good news though. You've still got a lot of time to pivot. Here's what you can start doing right now and today, so that way you don't get buried by AI browsers. So for one, make your product data clean and clear. Use real product titles, natural language, and actual benefits. Don't just try stuffing keywords. Would ChatGPT understand what I'm selling, what I'm saying? And how do you make sure that ChatGPT understands? Easy. You can give it some more clear information in the way that it understands. ChatGPT takes clunky information like bulleted lists, tables, and any data that you may have, and it essentially simplifies it all for the reader. All of this info should also include things like product specifics and all of its different metrics. All right, number 2, get social proof everywhere. Get things like reviews, testimonials, and even videos. AI agents are likely to prioritize products with proof of satisfaction, especially when those testimonials lay out all of the different benefits really clearly, which I'll come back to in just a moment. All right, number 3, list on multiple platforms. Be on TikTok Shop, Etsy, Amazon, not just your Shopify store. The more visible you are across the internet, the more likely AI will find you. Remember this, some websites, they might show up as an auto purchase option when you're talking to ChatGPT, meaning customers will have the ability to buy directly from the chat, while others might just be links. It's already going to be dependent on whether or not you register your pages or not, which we'll get to in just a second. Number 4, use autoDS to make that a lot easier. AutoDS lets you push your products to multiple platforms all at once. It lets you compare different suppliers and automate product testing, which is exactly the kind of adaptability that you need right now. And most important, number 5, think beyond SEO. Start optimizing your store for AI discovery, not just human search. Answering common product questions on your product pages, creating a frequently asked questions page, using good alt text, that text that you are always ignoring and you don't include because nobody sees it. Well, that's kind of the point. You also need to be offering clear specs and comparison charts. Now, for more info on this, just check out this video right here. In it, I really break down everything that you need to know, so that way you can get started getting discovered a lot easier. All right, now let's understand the user intent. What is the searcher looking for? What is a customer looking for? The best or cheapest product in the category? The choice between two similar products, two similar items, or maybe the product with the best ratings and reviews? All of this stuff, it helps AI understand your product better. When it comes to AI, it's not like they're inherently smart. Actually, they're kind of stupid. That's why since day one, everyone has talked about training these models. They're essentially just word prediction machines. That's really all it is. You need to feed them the words or the phrases that you want them to understand. And you need to be specific. Think something like, let's say the magic eraser is the best home cleaning tool on the market for those who like to keep a clean house. Phrases like that. Now, while we're at it, it is worth mentioning that this isn't some far off future. This is actually happening right now. Perplexity's new browser Comet, which will work in a similar way to Aura, is already available for Max subscribers. That's pretty much the people that are paying the $200 a month. It's going to be available for really everyone soon. Perplexity, they already have a waitlist for gaining access this summer. That's like literally right now. So it's starting right now. So let us know in the comments if you want us to cover what these AI browsers do in a bit more detail. So how do you show up? For one, by implementing what I mentioned earlier. To show up on ChatGPT results, we have an entire video that helps you through this and even has a sign-up form to help you get started and to get your store featured. Now, there are a few other things that you need to do, like ensure that your page is readable and able to be tracked by ChatGPT, but check out that video and you'll learn everything that you need to know. Now, for Perplexity, it's pretty much the same thing, except you need to be sure to not have Perplexity blocked in a specific text file that the link in the article in the description will help you out with. It's something that you need to do to make sure that Perplexity finds you. But again, all the info is going to be down there in that link in the description. You also do need to fill out a form on Perplexity's merchant program. But again, just check out the link and you'll have all of the information there. Regardless though, Shopify stores, they will still get included. But I do suggest that you still register your other sites, especially if you're selling on multiple platforms, like you should be. AI browsers are going to completely change the game. Think about when ChatGPT first came out. It was a revolution from day one. And chances are, most users, they're going to give up Google and Google Chrome pretty much instantly for this brand new browser if it means simplifying their Google searches or their ChatGPT queries. Truthfully speaking, I know I'm going to be switching. The only thing that I am hoping though is that it doesn't use as much RAM as Google Chrome. If you're already using autoDS, then you've already got a head start, considering that on hand, you already have an AI title and description optimizer that can help make your product descriptions a bit more specific and easier for ChatGPT to understand. Also, you're not relying on just one supplier. You're not locked into just one platform. You're not wasting hours upon hours just listing manually or fulfilling your orders. You've got flexibility, you've got speed, and you've got better sourcing tools, which in an AI curated world, this is exactly what's going to give you the serious edge. When you have to do things manually, you take up too much time and you're prone to a lot of human errors. With automation, however, you don't have to worry about any of that. So let the others play catch up while you're already moving, starting today. This isn't the end of dropshipping, but it is the end of dropshipping or doing things the old way. So if you did like this video, if you found anything in it informational or helpful, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, make sure you hit that like button. And with that, my name is Mario with autoDS, and I'll catch y'all next time.